Hey guys, Yuvraj here from the Brainstorm Force team, makers of Astra and other WordPress products. It's been a few days, I hope you all are doing really well. So this video is completely about Elementor and the FAQ schema and how you can add the FAQ schema to your Elementor pages step by step. Because as you already might know that Elementor does not offer a native way to add the FAQ schema to your pages designed with Elementor. Or does it? Well, we'll find out all the details and I'll give you 3 different methods to add the FAQ schema to your Elementor pages when we head to our computer, and I'll show you the complete demonstration. So let's head to my computer and we'll start the video. So this is the website that we'll be working with, or this is the website that I've set up for this demonstration on how to add the FAQ schema with Elementor to your Elementor design pages. And I just use starter templates to set this up quickly in just a couple of minutes. And if you don't know what starter templates are, they are the easiest way to set up a website. If you go to our website, wpastra.com, you can see the starter templates is right here. And if you go here, you will see a bunch of different, I'd say, pre-built websites for you. So all you have to do, if you want any of these templates, or if you want to use any of these templates, then all you have to do just go and demo or just open them up, just find the template you like, and then install the starter templates plugin on your website and just import the complete website in just a few clicks. And that's exactly what I did with this template. I just set up a basic website so I can give you a practical demonstration on how to add the FAQ schema to your website on pages designed with Elementor. Now this is the home page. I'll preferably add the FAQ schema to a services page where I believe there's a more, I'd say, practical example or practical demonstration or practical need for setting up FAQs. For example, this website is about an accountant or accounting services firm. Usually it can be used for individuals. So let's say the services page is where we talk about what kind of services we offer. We have accounting services, outsourced, and all this good stuff. Now let's say I want to add some basic FAQs here. FAQs can be what kind of size of business do you work with? Do you work full time, or do you take multiple clients at once? So basic kind of questions that any basic user or any visitor would have for this website. We're going to add here, and I'm going to show you how to add it to the FAQ schema as well. So what I'm going to do is just pause the video for a second, open up Elementor right here, and then I'll show you how to add the easiest way to add the FAQ schema. This is the first method, and then we'll talk about the second method after I've demonstrated the first method. So I'll pause the video and be back in a second. So the services page is now open inside Elementor, and let's quickly just open the page or check the page and see where we can reasonably place the FAQ block or the frequently asked questions. And I'd say just below the call to action to get a quote seems reasonable to me. This is a great place to add some frequently asked questions. Now, the traditional way you would add schema, or at least the frequently asked questions section on this block, would be to just create maybe a heading, maybe some intersections, and add some questions and answers. And that will not get you in rich results, or that will not end up in schema. That's part of the problem, right? That's why this video is being made in the first place. So how are we going to add the FAQ schema while also adding the FAQ snippets or FAQ questions here? That's the answer, or that's the question that I'm going to answer right now. So what I'm going to do is, instead of using the basic Elementor widgets, I'm going to use a special widget inside, or which is provided by Ultimate Add-ons for Elementor, which are also called UAE for short. So I already have the plugin installed. I'll give you some more details after I demonstrate how the FAQ schema works, or how you would add the FAQ schema. But just to give you an idea, the Ultimate Add-ons for Elementor is just a beautiful, amazing, powerful collection of widgets. Just like you have some widgets inside Elementor, and you also have some widgets in the Pro version, but you have a lot of, I would say, widgets which are not available with Elementor in the UAE widgets or Ultimate Add-ons for Elementor. So you have the just give me a second. So this is where the widgets from Ultimate Add-ons for Elementor will show up. So you have 3 different advanced heading options. You have hotspot options, which you can add on images. You have content toggle, before after sliders, all the kind of beautiful options which you won't find in Elementor. So since this video is about the FAQ schema, I'm going to look for the FAQ block, which is usually at the bottom. So this is the FAQ schema or FAQ schema block. So what I'm going to do is drag and drop it right here to add the FAQ schema block. And the block has now been added with some default questions, which I'm going to change right now. But since we are on the subject, I also want to highlight a new feature or recent update to UAE that we just introduced, and which is the preset option. Now, just looking at this is the default styling inside Elementor, or default styling in a lot of Elementor blocks, even in UAE blocks. Now, this does not look great with the website's design or theme. And if you wanted to maybe style this, then you would have to spend time in changing the colors, changing typography, which takes time, and not everybody has the design skill to do so. So understanding this problem, we introduced presets. Now, what are presets? Presets are pre-built designs for widgets that you can add to your pages. For example, this is currently on the default preset, or the FAQ block is on the default preset. And since I have the option, I'll just demonstrate it quickly. I'll go to the preset option. I'll choose preset number 1. And now the beautiful looking design comes into play, or it just appears on the screen. And I didn't have to change a thing. I just went to the preset option and just changed it. And now this, I'd say the FAQ block or this block looks much, I'd say, familiar, or it just flows better with the site, in my opinion. And just because you use presets doesn't mean you lose the customization ability. You can actually change everything that you like from the design tab, style tab, or the advanced tab. So every customization option that you are used to using in Elementor is still present. Now, what I'll do is quickly just snap my fingers in a second, and I'll change these questions first to more reasonable questions, and then we'll take the video ahead from there. So I magically snapped my fingers and changed these questions to more reasonable, or I would say more questions that suit well with the website, and also added a fancy little heading, which also comes from UAE, by the way. So you can just check it out if you want, or interested in this kind of website or design or styles for your headings. Now, looking at this, you might be thinking, Yuvraj, we haven't talked about schema at all, and this I can do with Elementor as well. There's nothing special. This video is about schema, right? So just talk about schema. How do I add this to FAQ schema? Well, don't worry, just be patient. I'm going to talk about it right now. So this is the benefit of using UAE to add the FAQ schema. Now, the changes to the content, of course, I was lying that I was using Magic to do this, but of course, everything that I changed was in the content section, and I purposefully hid it for a reason. Now, coming back to the FAQ schema, if I want to add these questions to my FAQ schema on this page, all I have to do is go to the content section and just enable this. And it's completely done. You added the same questions which are added right here in the content to the FAQ schema of your page just by enabling this slider. Magic, boom, mic drop moment. And this is the advantage of using UAE, and that is why I rate this method as one of the best methods to add the FAQ schema to your Elementor design pages. Because now once you've used this slider, every time you make any change, this or the content from this will automatically be updated in the FAQ schema, which is one of the requirements of appearing in rich results if you're using the FAQ schema. What you show on the page and what appears in schema has to be consistent. If it's not, then Google might kick you out, or it's very likely that you'll be kicked out of the rich results. And it might take some time for you to appear back, even if you make this change back. So that is why this feature is just so powerful. Now, there are a couple of things I want to clarify. First, this will not work if you use dynamic tags, but usually I have not seen anybody use dynamic tags, or I'd say custom fields, when you're dealing with frequently asked questions. So that's one thing to keep in mind. And the second disclaimer is that we are the ones that make Ultimate add-ons for Elementor. So Brainstorm Force is the company that makes this, and it's not a free product. So let me just open the website for you. It's not a free product, but it does actually add a lot of value to website. As I said, we have a lot of different widgets that appear with UAE. It's not just the one widget or the FAQ widget that I showed you. You have tons of different options that you can use with UAE, which you won't have with the regular Elementor. So I'll leave links down in the description for you to check it out. Definitely go and check out the website, go check out the options or the different kind of widgets that are available. We have demonstrations available on the UAE website. Link is in the description. And justify or just think about it if the price makes sense to you. It's a very reasonable price, and it does add a lot of value. And if you have to do this manually on a lot of websites, then it might not be a practical solution to not use UAE. So just check it out. So before I talk about method number 2 and how you can use it to add the FAQ schema to Elementor pages, here's a quick rundown on the FAQ schema's rich result test for the page that we just built, or the page that I just added the FAQ schema on. And as you can see, the FAQ page or FAQ schema is being generated. Google is also saying that page is eligible for rich results, which is a good thing, or which is the intention of the video. And you can also see the questions that I added are being detected by Google perfectly fine without me having to do anything. So this is the result of the first method. Let's talk about method number 2. So we're back on this page that I just used with Elementor, and just to keep things simple, I'm going to use the same page with the method number 2 I'm going to talk about. And what I've just done is disable this section or disable this option, which was the enable schema support, and which was the portion or the setting that enabled schema on this page. So right now it's just a text post or text section with frequently asked questions. Now, giving you more details, or before giving you more details about method number 2, you probably understood, or I've just mentioned it in this in the video, that this has been, or this is my second second recommended method, or this is the second priority method that I would recommend. But in many different scenarios, which I'm going to outline right now, this might be, or this should be, your primary method of adding not only just FAQ schema, but different kinds of schema. It'll become clear what I'm talking about when we go into specifics. So just to give you an idea, let's open up the website once again, and you can see the FAQ is added right here. Now, when you create a website, you don't usually add schema just to one page like this. Now, you might be doing this. It might be an exception case. It might be an edge case. But most of the time, if you already have a website, or if you are trying to build a website, then you will have different kinds of schema on the different kinds of pages you can have on your website. You'll have a lot of schema on the home page. Which will tell Google about the different kind of business details that you want to share, maybe your official address, your phone number. On the about page, you'll have different kinds of schema. On the services page, you'll have the FAQ schema, and also the services schema. Maybe you have a business hour schema. And on the contact information, you have different kinds of schema. And if you have a website that also has a lot of blog posts or a lot of content, then you might have that kind of schema. Or let's take, for example, you're an e-commerce website, then you want to have review schema. Or the different kind of content you will have, or any kind of content you have on your website, can be made better with the help of schema, because schema is really important to Google nowadays. So this is what method number 2 is all about. It's not just limited to the FAQ schema. Definitely you can add FAQ schema using the method number 2, but it can help you add a lot of variety of schema in, I'd say, a fraction of the time that any other solution would help you, or let you enable, or let you add schema to your website. So the method I'm talking about is using, and again, a dedicated product that we as Brainstorm Force make, and the product is called Schema Pro. Let me open up the website for you just a second. So this is the website for Schema Pro. It's a completely specifically designed product just to make your life easy with regards to schema. And we've done a ton of tutorials about Schema Pro, explaining what it works, how it works, what are different kinds of schema you can add. But in the simplest of words, let me give you a practical example of how Schema Pro works and how you can add not only the FAQ schema, but I'd say tons of different kinds of schema to your website. This is kind of a crash course of Schema Pro, how it works, but there are a lot of tutorials that I just mentioned on our channel, and I'll link the entire playlist down in the description if you really are interested in schema. Since you're watching this video, I assume that schema is something that you're looking at, not only with just Elementor pages, but also the rest of the pages of your website. So let me start with that simple tutorial. So I'm inside the magical world of WordPress, and I already have Schema Pro installed on my website. The process is pretty simple, just as installing any other plugin. I'll go into settings, I'll go to Schema Pro. And here on this page, I have the option of creating a schema. Now, what that means, I'll explain in a second. Let's assume that since we are working with the FAQ schema, we just want to create the FAQ schema. So you'll go to add new. And from all the schema types supported, just look at all the schemas supported that you can add to any of your pages and posts. And the best part about using Schema Pro is that you can add any of these schemas to any number of pages. And what I mean by that is that let me give you a hypothetical example. Let's say you have 300 different variety of posts on your website, and you're looking to add schema to all of them. Now, the manually adding schema to all these pages will be a nightmare, which you can already imagine, I assume. But if you want to add the article type schema, let's say, to all those pages, all you have to do is just use the article schema, click the next button, and in the next step, which is the targeting options, you have to select what pages you want the schema to appear on. And the best part is that you don't have to add the schema to individual pages manually. Even after you add the schema, Schema Pro has options to fetch in the data from your post or page or itself. That means you can reference the page title, you can reference the excerpt, you can reference a lot of different fields inside the schema, and that'll make your life just so much easier. And again, this is not a complete Schema Pro tutorial. I'll just leave the link down in the description for the entire playlist. You can go check it out. Now, since we're talking about the FAQ schema, I'll just quickly use the FAQ schema, and I'll click the next button. And just for this example, for simplicity, I'll just choose all the singulars on my page I want to add the FAQ schema on. Technically, you have the options of adding FAQ schema to only certain pages. You can also see custom post types are also detected. So maybe you have custom post types you want to add the FAQ schema on. That's completely possible. But just keeping it simple, let's say all singulars, and I'll just click the next button. And we've completed, and we've created a schema. And this is the schema, or this is the schema configuration field. Now, for the FAQ schema, you don't see any options here, but for all the other fields or all the other types of schema, mostly you will see configuration options here, which will let you automate the process. Now, the process or the FAQ schema options are not here because FAQ schema is very different for each page. So you'll see the options on the page itself. So let's go to the page, and I'll tell you how it works, or how the configuration needs to be for the FAQ schema when dealing with, or when adding schema with Schema Pro. So I'm on the services page, and you can see the giant button right here. Since we cannot edit this page inside the Gutenberg or the blog editor, sorry, we see the button to edit with Elementor. Now to add schema, all you have to do is just scroll to the bottom of the page and you will see a different kind of schema, or the schema that you configured for this particular page. Now technically, if you have multiple types of schema on the page, or if you configure a variety of schema to appear on the same page, you will see a bunch of tabs here. For example, you might have a single page with the video schema, you might have the article schema on there, you might also have the product review schema or the review schema, and you also might have the FAQ schema. So if you add all those schemas all together to a single page, you will see configuration options in a single tab. So right now, since we are adding the FAQ schema, or I just configured one option or one schema for demonstration, I have the FAQ schema configuration. And now adding the schema to the page is so simple. All you have to do is just click this plus icon. It will create a question and answer field, and just add the number of questions that you have on the page. Or just to give you an example or reference, we were looking at this page, the services page, and we added a total of 3 different questions. And let me just magically snap my fingers once again, and I'll fill in all these fields and come back and show you how it works. So after magically snapping my fingers, all the questions and answers that I added to the actual page right here have also been added here. Just to give you one more reminder, we are not adding the FAQ schema through Elementor or through UABB because I've disabled this option. So if I save this page, then only the schema that has been added here will appear on the page. So I'll update this post right here, and the schema should be added to the page. And I'll also update the post inside Elementor. Then we'll do a quick test on how the schema appears in the Google's rich results testing tool. So after quickly updating the post, I just copied the page code and just pasted it here and ran the test once again. And as you can see, the page is eligible for rich results, which you see right here in bright green colors. That means Google is telling you that, okay, you or your page is eligible for rich results in the Google search results. And I took the liberty of expanding the FAQ section, and you can see the exact same questions that we just saw that I added using Schema Pro are also added here. That means Schema Pro is doing its job perfectly fine, which is the expected behavior, and adding the FAQ schema to your page. Now, coming back to the FAQ schema, or coming back to Schema Pro in particular, as I mentioned, this method might not or might be the best method for you depending on what you're trying to do. If you're just trying to add schema to just one page on your site, then I'd say both UAE or UABB or even Schema Pro might not be the best solution for you. But usually if you're adding page to one schema, or I say adding schema to one page, then you will need to add schema to multiple pages eventually, today or maybe tomorrow. Then why not invest in a solution that you can use for the long term? So that's why I have recommended both these methods to you. The first method is just for if you're just building pages with Elementor and want a great solution to add schema to these pages, then this is a great solution for you. And just to give you an idea that we also have the option of adding not just the FAQ schema, but also the how-to schema using a UABB schema builder or UABB's widgets with regards to schema. So this is the how-to schema widget. It works kind of the same way, and we're going to do a dedicated video on that as well. The process is quite the same, but if you want to check it out, just get subscribed to our channel so that you can get notifications about when we publish that video. And continuing the conversation about Schema Pro, if you are really serious about building websites, maybe you build websites for clients, and schema is something that you regularly deal with, then this is, I would say, the much superior solution for you, because definitely it does have a small disadvantage that you need to update this manually, but updating this is quite easy. I'd say you don't have to mess with code. If you add any of the pages to any of this section right here, maybe you add just a couple of extra questions right here, all you have to do is just copy and paste the content right here. So this will not get updated automatically, but rest of the schema types, or I'd say the regular schema types, let me just give you a quick example of what schema types I'm talking about. Just let me add a new type of schema and give you a brief idea about what kind of schemas or what kind of controls you get when you deal with Schema Pro, or when you use or add schema using Schema Pro. So let's say, for example, I'm adding the article type schema, and I'll go to the next, and I'll choose all singulars just for simplicity again, so that all the singular pages on my website will get the article schema. Now this is where Schema Pro will save you a bunch of time, which I didn't demonstrate earlier because I was trying to demonstrate the FAQ schema. So here, this is where your life gets so much easier. Because if you see, the article type schema requires some fields to be set in the schema, and Schema Pro does it automatically, or I'd say most of the fields are taken care of you automatically using metadata of your post. Because let's say, let me give you a quick explanation. You need to provide all these fields or all the information in these fields as part of the schema. So you need to provide the article type, you need to provide the author name, image, short description, URL, headline, and so forth. And Schema Pro, what it does is, for every post on your website that you add this article schema on, will automatically reference that article, or as in this case, the article type is set in stone, or as I say, it's set, and the author name will come from your website's author name. The image will come from the featured image for that particular post. So every post will get the specific featured image assigned to that post. Short description will come from the excerpt of that particular post. The URL will be the permalink of that particular post or blog post. The headline will be the title of that post, and all the information that you see right here will automatically be added to the schema. So even if you have maybe 500 different posts, all you have to do is just set this on once, and all the pages on your website will get the schema. So if you have a big website, if you build websites for clients where you need to work on a lot of different pages, you want to add different kinds of schema, then Schema Pro is a much superior solution. And not only this is just one of the advantages of using Schema Pro. You still retain control on changing these fields. For example, if you want to, let's say one of the posts requires a different kind of maybe a different image in the schema, maybe a different short description, then you can still customize it on a per page or per post basis. So this is the power of Schema Pro, and the website is wpschema.com. Obviously, links will be in the description, so make sure to check that out. With that, let's talk about method number 3. Okay guys, we've talked about method number 1 and method number 2. It's time for method number 3. And telling you some specifics about method number 3, it is the manual method of adding the FAQ schema to pages and posts. Now, if you're subscribed to our channel for some time now, if you're not subscribed, then what are you waiting for? Subscribe immediately. We already did a video about this, adding schema to WordPress manually without any plugins. But the method I described on that video, and in that video, doesn't apply to Elementor, but it can be used, or the same approach can be used to Elementor as well. So I'm not going to go into a lot of details about what I did. I'll just give you a quick crash course on how I added the FAQ schema on that video, and I'm going to use the same methods right here. So the first step is that we have to generate the FAQ schema code, which was first being created by Ultimate Add-ons for Elementor, and in the second step it was being taken care of by Schema Pro. But now, since we're using the manual approach, you have to do it manually. So what I did was I just made a search on Google about FAQ schema generator, and then landed on this page. I'll just leave a link down in the description, and added the same questions, and this is the schema code that this page generated for me. So what I did, I just copied the schema code to my clipboard right here, and let's go back to the Elementor page. And what we're going to do is just add an HTML block to the page. Now, in the first video, or the video I mentioned, this one, I did the same approach. This one, I actually took the same approach, but I created the HTML block in Gutenberg, or the block editor, which is the default WordPress editor. But now, since this page is designed with Elementor, we can't do that. So I'm going to add the HTML block right here. And just to show you that this is the element that is highlighted is the FAQ block or FAQ widget inside UAE, but I have disabled the FAQ schema support from here. So this is just a piece of text. This is not actually adding the schema right now. So let's go back to the widget search, and let's add the HTML. And this is the HTML I'm going to use. I'm just going to add it. Maybe let's add it as a new section. And now in the HTML code area, I'm just going to paste the code that I just copied, and I'm going to update the post. And I already have the page open in a new tab. This is the actual page. Of course, I'm going to refresh it. And once the page is refreshed, I'll just copy the code and go to the Rich Snippet testing tool. I already have it open. I'll just paste the code right here, and let's conclude, or let's do the test and see for ourselves whether this method actually works or not. Well, surprisingly or not surprisingly, this will work, because of course I've tested this out before I make this video. And as you can see, the FAQ schema is being detected the same way. Now, you might be thinking, all right, I can just add any kind of code or FAQ schema manually. I don't need to use any of the plugins. While that might be true, you don't need those plugins, but one of the biggest advantages of using the plugin is to make your life easier. Now, technically, this method is working, right? I just demonstrated it. But anytime you want to make any change to this piece, or I'd say the frequently asked questions, you will have to go back and make this, or update this code once again. Now, if you make any mistakes and the code fails and you do not check in the rich snippet testing tool, this tool, then what would happen is you might not realize it, but this schema might become invalid if you don't know what you're doing, and then you are out of the FAQ schema, which might cost you a lot of business, which might cost you a lot of traffic. So that's the point. The plugins also make your job easier. They save you time, and they'll also take care of the problems that can arise if you do this manually. Again, this definitely works, but I would highly suggest, or I would highly recommend, that you do not use this method unless you only want to add just the FAQ schema on just one particular page and you don't want to add schema to any of the pages. As I mentioned, the FAQ schema, the Schema Pro method, the second method, is the most appropriate method if you want to add schema to a lot of pages. But if you're interested in the different kind of widgets that we offer with Ultimate Add-ons for Elementor, then I would highly recommend that you check it out. I've left links down in the description for every product that I mentioned. And as I just mentioned, all the beautiful templates, or I'd say all the different widgets that I demonstrated earlier, are present, or you can get those with Ultimate Add-ons for Elementor. So definitely worth checking out if it fits your business needs. Of course, if you just want to add schema to your website, then Schema Pro is great as well. And that's the video, guys. I hope you learned something new. If you did, make sure to leave a comment about what you liked about this video, or if you didn't like it, make sure to leave a comment then as well. Make sure to hit the thumbs up on the video. Also subscribe to our channel, hit that bell icon, select the all option for notifications so that you can get updates for all these beautiful kind of videos that we make on our channel. You're watching Yuvraj from Brainstorm Force. I'll catch you next one. Take care and stay safe.